And welcome back to the South Point Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada, as we get you ready for our first men's game here at the D3Hoops.com Classic, the 9th annual D3Hoops.com Classic here in 2018. And this game features two teams returning to the D3Hoops.com Classic in the Cardinals of North Central College. They are 10-1. The Eagles of Husson University, they are 6-3. I'm Pat Coleman, joined courtside by Dave McHugh, as have been and will be all day today. Dave, whose day started yesterday somewhere in Baltimore via Indianapolis, then Detroit, and then finally to Las Vegas, Nevada. We're glad you are here, sir.
At one point I was heading back towards Bangor, Maine, but I then flew over Chicago to get here. I feel like I'm connected to these two teams.
Indeed, indeed. And the starting lineups first for the Eagles of Husson. They'll start in the backcourt with a 6-foot freshman guard out of Baltimore, Maryland, wearing number 14, Justice Kendall. He'll be joined in the backcourt by a sophomore guard out of Peoria, Arizona. He's 6'1". He wears number 13, DJ Bussey. Also, now in the front court, a 6'5" sophomore forward out of Orlando, Florida, number 2, Cole Thomas. In the front court, a 6'6" senior forward out of Winslow, Maine, number 32, Justin Martin. And the man in the middle is 6'6" freshman center out of Tampa, Florida, number 25, Trey Siebert. Warren Caruso in his 25th season as head coach of his alma mater, now known as Husson University. The Cardinals of North Central, coached by Todd Raridan. They will start in the backcourt with a 6'0" junior out of Chicago, Illinois, wearing number 4, Aaron Jones. Joining the backcourt by Blaze Meredith, a 6'4" sophomore out of Naperville, Illinois, wearing number 24. Also in the backcourt, a 6'4" sophomore out of Newark, Illinois, number 40, Will Clausel. And then in the front court, it is a 6'5" junior forward out of Romeoville, Illinois, wearing number 30, Matt Cappelletti, and a 6'6" junior forward out of Plainfield, Illinois, wearing number 32, Connor Raridan. We mentioned Todd Raridan, the head coach at North Central, 254 wins in 15 seasons there, 523 wins overall in 30 seasons as an NCAA Division III head coach. Husson in the green with the white numerals and the gold lettering and white trim. Cardinals of North Central in the white with the red trim, or the red lettering and the black trim. Did you do the thing on the screen and I didn't even pay any attention to it?
I had a whole starting lineup and everything for you.
Well, I'm glad you did that, and I'm sorry I did not
Good.
Obliquely reference that it was there and visible to everybody. But Dave McHugh is the guy who does any fancy production that doesn't involve a cell phone. Which is, if you missed it, that's how we got our first game on, was a cell phone video. And it worked because we did it landscape, people. Shot no good by Bussey, goes out of bounds, and the Cardinals will get the ball back after having lost the tip. They get their first possession of the tournament here. Welcome, everybody. Glad you joined us. It is, it's a mere 4 o'clock Pacific time, and the first basket is up and good for North Central. It's super early here. We know it's like prime time where everybody watching is. Here's a 3 ball on the way. Bussey's shot too strong, and North Central there to collect it. Raridan bringing it up the floor. It dribbles it up around his head and then gets rid of it, which is what you do when you dribble it at your head.
Of course, the big news for North Central, playing without Aiden Chang.
Yep, as Cappelletti hits a 3 on the wing, and Caruso's going to take a timeout. Yeah, playing without Aiden Chang, who of course had the fairly gruesome injury
tough to see.
A couple weeks ago. Jack Bronick is not playing either. He is a scratch. He is according to the team's semi or unofficial Twitter feed, I'm not sure if that's official or not, but the word is
it's official now.
Torn ACL. So not to laugh about the torn ACL.
Nope.
That's not my intent.
That's 2 tough injuries for this North Central squad. Of course, in a game with Chang against Wheaton, that game had about a minute 17 left, 10-point game. And that's a competitive game, and both teams decided to park it for the rest of the game. So that's, how big the Chang injury was.
Right, and a rivalry that's pretty intense.
Yes,
definitely.
absolutely.
More so in football, perhaps, but certainly super intense. Those schools just a little over 8 miles apart in the western suburbs of Chicago, Illinois.
kind of know each other.
Maybe. There's Bussey with the basketball again. He's going to have his shot blocked
It's not going to work
by
out.
Meredith. Coming back the other way quickly and finishing with a layup is Aaron Jones.
That's not what Warren Caruso wanted coming out of the timeout. 1 to block, 2 the transition basket to suddenly have the deficit now 7.
Bussey tries to answer with a fall away. Nothing there.
And let's be honest, this is a different Husson squad than we've grown accustomed to the last 5 years, really, with one injury year in there with their All-American not being there. This Husson squad's trying to refine themselves a little bit.
There's Jones from way downtown and rattles it in.
The side of the basket's not, or the arena's not bothering them.
No, and they've got that. I love their arena.
They've got a monstrous one. I got to get to it sometime.
I also like what they did with it too. The rework is really nice. 3 ball is good for Cole Thomas. You can tell me anything about Maine or Bangor. I've been to Bangor, Maine, obviously. It's Bangor.
I don't. Their arena isn't the big one. The big one that the high schoolers play in, which has been redone, I should say, rebuilt.
Meredith rattles out.
They rebuilt the Bangor Civic Center. It is a ginormous location now. Very different than when I was in it for high school basketball. But nice shot there.
Yeah, Cappelletti.
But Husson doesn't even play there, so they play more of a tight confined, traditional small D3 facility.
North Central with a 13-3 lead here in the early going. My mental switch right here as we switch to halves. 10, 20-minute periods. Cappelletti with another 3.
I expected maybe this to go North Central's way. I just didn't expect it this quick. Again, Husson isn't the same squad we're used to.
Yeah, well, I mean, North Central is 10-1, right? Obviously,
yeah, and that's the thing is you're trying to gauge just how good is North Central.
Right. They're 10-1, and they, peaked into the top 25 for a second, and they fell out after a loss. And there's a 3-ball good for Justin Martin. Of course, when you play the schedule that North Central does, you have plenty of opportunities to work your way back into the poll.
Oh, absolutely.
So I'm not too concerned about that per se.
I haven't been voting for him, but it's not because I didn't want to. There's just so many teams
Plus,
to try and decipher.
Plus, you could get a chance to see them right here, right now.
Exactly. I wanted to get a chance to see what. Now, I won't have to wait for both games. And this one has still plenty of time left on the clock.
There's a nice little turnaround by the freshman, Trace Siebert.
Yeah, there's a nice little move there from Siebert, the Florida native, which is very much it's a Mount Union thing in football. It is a Husson thing in basketball. Go to Florida. You got the recruiting world to yourself, essentially, in Division III.
Yep, they have 2 members of their starting lineup from Florida, 5 players on the roster, hailing from the Sunshine State. Basket good for North Central, makes it 18-8.
And they're All-American was a Florida native. It's Florida, and it's something that's catching on in Maine.
Right. I was going to say, UNE does this a lot, and Southern Vermont was doing it when they were good.
Saw a big expose in the Bangor Daily News about how Husson kind of started it, but there's 6 or 8 schools up in Maine now that have decided to make Florida a recruiting destination, and that's going to be on the floor.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have an entire state with a really large population that does not have any non-scholarship opportunities for athletics. So this is your, there's a real opportunity for all sorts of Division III schools to go down there and find some guys and get them a chance to play college whatever sport.
Husson goes with a basic line change, doesn't stop the hot shooting from
No,
North Central
geez,
as
man.
Isaiah Hart, Justin Thompson, and Brett Cunningham are into the game.
5 for 5 from downtown here in the early going for North Central.
Okay, you can try.
Trying to answer the Isaiah Hart off the bench from Seattle, Washington.
That's 3 big shots from Husson. I mean, they've been shooting well too. Apparently, both these 2 teams are ready to get into this game.
That's right. They're still enjoying their shoot around.
Last time Husson was here, they spent more time than we did in Vegas. They got here before us and left after us.
They played
very hard to do.
They played well too. They came away 2-0. They beat Scranton, and who else did they beat? As Jones has shot and is rounded up. I know, right? It's like we have this thing here that tells us Hampton-Sydney.
That's right.
Back when that was a thing.
Yeah, I was going to say Hampton-Sydney's program is.
That was a buzzer beater, in fact, if I remember correctly.
Yes. Hampton-Sydney's program not nearly as.
And not at the moment. Yeah.
No, it's been a few lean years.
14:40 to go here in the first half. It's 21-11. North Central with the lead on Husson. Game 3 of 5, or game 3 of 18, if you prefer to think of it in the masochistic sort of way.
I have.
It's hard not to, right?
It's very hard not to.
Mike Pollock into the game here, along with Tommy Koth for the Cardinals.
Oh, nice little dribble.
Yeah, it's a nice little crossover
Yeah,
move.
Raritan kind of on his heels.
Yep, Justin Thompson left it a little short, though. So Koth with the basketball. He's going to dribble in.
So rare, this North Central squad deals with injuries. Remember, Raritan was injured
Right.
2 seasons ago.
I've lost track of which Raritan is which.
It was Connor.
Okay.
Though both of them may have gotten injured, but Connor was injured a couple years ago. That's why he's only listed as a junior when he should be. When most CCIW fans wish he was a senior this year.
There's a 3-ball on the way from Pollock.
Oh, come on. Stop it.
Well,
they didn't have 24 points in either game earlier in the first half.
They did miss. They missed 2 in there.
Okay.
I mean, it's like
They've also made 20. So we get a tie-up. A little jump ball here.
You always wanted to call the All-Star game again, right?
I did. Midway through the season.
Yeah.
North Central hits 24 points.
The NABC All-Star game will be following the Final Four to Fort Wayne, Indiana, so we look forward to that.
And the women
Yeah.
debuting their All-Star game.
That's right.
The Beyond Sports is a sponsor.
That was needed.
Oh.
Both the sponsor and the game.
Well, the reason the game wasn't coming. Hit the mic, by the way. Nicely timed.
Hit it by that much.
The reason it wasn't there was because there was no sponsor, but nice to see and also nice to see a real kind of D3 type like
True.
sponsor step
Yeah,
up.
an entity that really fits the market.
Yes.
And it's not just, a mass market thing.
Right.
Out of bounds, and it will be Husson basketball. Husson trails by 13, 24-11, 13:32 to go in the first half.
This might be the best time to get in a little note on Warren Caruso. He's now double dipping in his world. He's not only at Husson, where he's obviously a coach, and I think he might do some. Yeah, we're not taking. The official tried to tell us to foul. We're not taking them.
Well, I mean, you can, but it's really the person with the book who needs to know. And she really needs to have it right up in her face.
Yeah. But Warren, in November, traveling violation, shuffled his feet, was elected to the Bangor School Board for a 3-year term. Only reason I was keeping track of that, friend of mine got elected to a 3-year term on the city council. So I happened to be, their names kind of were lined up near each other, and I was like, oh, Warren won too.
You're the one person in Baltimore watching the Bangor City elections or whatever.
Pretty much.
He used to be the sports information director back in the day, too.
Yeah. Warren, he has done a lot for his alma mater, and now he's trying to do something for his city.
And he's still a relatively young guy.
He used to have a restaurant, I think, too. Oh, Connor.
Was it Italian? That would be great. 5 to shoot.
Traditional New England name.
Shot on the way, but would Jemmy's shot no good?
Husson's willing to go up-tempo here. I think they're maybe surprised Husson is. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Obviously, these two teams haven't really practiced much.
Husson averages 82 points a game, so the fact that they're pushing the tempo is not going to surprise anybody.
Of course, they're probably a favorite in the NAC again, though Maine Maritime having a good start to the season. As a foul is going to be called, much to the chagrin of the Cardinals fans, on Tommy Koth.
Second foul on him, by the way. Now you got me looking for NAC standings.
And you'll find it.
I think I find them on d3hoops.com. 4 teams unbeaten at the
Cunningham. Yeah, a little surprising start there at the top of NAC, a conference that's growing.
It is. SUNY Canton is one of those unbeaten teams at the top, too.
They'll be adding SUNY Delhi soon, and speculation is there's more to come.
They have Maine Presque Isle, of course. Everybody's
nice feed inside. Come on.
Too easy for Meredith, right?
Yes, way too easy for Meredith, and just a beauty of a pass from Raritan.
Yeah, exactly. That was pretty.
And the NAC, there's speculation there's another Maine school that may come to Division III.
Someone out of the Sunrise Conference?
Possibly, yeah. And there's talk of actually 2 schools in Maine that might go D3.
Keontae Blyden and Bruce St. Peter in the game right now. Justin Thompson as well for Husson, along with Brett Cunningham and Isaiah Hart.
I also think there's some more expansion looking in
yeah,
other states.
We don't have enough schools. We need more schools.
Well, I meant for the conference.
No, but I know.
Yeah, but I agree. Yeah, we don't have nearly enough. We haven't hit 500 yet.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that will.
I'll think of all those pages you have to create every offseason.
really.
3 for Hart is good.
These two teams, even though if Husson is down here by a good amount, they're still, it's 10. It's still a heck of a battle here.
Well, and there are 5 guys off of the bench for Husson right now. Caruso, certainly would have reason to not be happy with his starting lineup.
Absolutely agree.
No good by Pollock. Offensive rebound for Raritan. Fresh 30.
I'm actually impressed with the height of Husson.
Yeah,
you
true.
See
because
it listed, but until you see it.
That is true.
They're actually kind of taller than I expected against this North Central squad, especially off the bench. Cunningham, for example, at 6'5", out of Oklahoma, by the way.
Yeah.
I need to talk to that young man about how he got to Bangor.
Blyden at 6'3", St. Peter at 6'5". Ball being battled around in front of us. Yeah, Dave is like, just stay out of the equipment is all we ask.
My reaction skills are a little slow right now, too, as Cunningham will pick up the foul there as he goes body to body with Meredith. And I think that's the other thing. Husson is seeing a squad they just do not see during the regular season in any way, shape, or form.
That's why they come here, right?
Exactly, and I think that is why Warren Caruso comes here.
So the last time the North Central men were here was 2012.
It's a 2012?
Yeah, it is that long ago. I had to keep scrolling here.
It felt sooner.
They beat Ramapo 67-57. They beat UW La Crosse 80-72. It does seem like forever ago. I think Raritan was a freshman then.
Well played.
The 3 ball by Blyden is left a little short.
North Central going this up-tempo style. That will, this obviously we have another game to grade them by, but if that tempo is what they're going to stay within the CCIW play, I think that's going to translate interestingly against the teams like Augustana, Illinois Wesleyan. Is that airballed quickly up ahead? No, but stolen.
Could be. They average 76 points a game themselves, right? So they are certainly not averse, but they could just be playing at Husson's pace.
Absolutely. That's why I want to see.
It seems to be working.
And Raritan doesn't like it, but yeah, he got a little slow there. He lost control of the ball and reached out trying to get the steal. That's an easy call for the officials. Todd Raritan asks what they're doing. I wonder if any player has ever had the guts to sarcastically go, you're the coach. What are we doing?
What would you like us to do?
Please tell me.
If you know, then why are you asking? Bussey with the basketball. Thompson. No, Cunningham. Shot no good. Jones with the big board. Jones gets up there at 6 foot. Klossel with the basketball. Near side with it. Cappelletti lets it fly and sinks it.
I know a defender was flying in there, but Cappelletti was well within his zone at that point.
Oh, yeah.
It was way too late to stop that shot.
Yeah, exactly. 3 for 4. Make it 4 for 5 for him from beyond the arc here on the afternoon. Yes, it's afternoon for us, and that's what counts. Bussey, between the legs dribble, kicks it outside. Cunningham puts the ball on the floor. Yeah, shot clock at 7. Cunningham is going to launch from 23.
Oh.
And he's going to hit it.
Okay.
Why not?
This game has turned into a 3-point contest.
There have been a couple of baskets inside the arc. Total of 6 baskets from inside the arc so far out of the 17.
Yeah, see? Here goes another one.
Jones for 3. Yep, hits it.
Jones is feeling it. What's the record at North Central for 3-pointers made in a game?
I don't know. I was actually going to go just right now and check our record for threes made in a game.
We're on the verge of breaking a few records the way these two teams are shooting.
It happened not that long ago. The Ohio Wesleyan guys.
I was going to say, was the Ohio Wesleyan game against Ramapo?
Against Whitman, I think. Maybe both.
Oh, might have been both because they went off.
Yeah. Oh, Raritan passes up the dunk. Cappelletti passes up the dunk.
Yeah, didn't he look like, okay. I thought he was going for the dunk, and then seemed to change his mind.
I was totally down with that. I agree with you. That's what I thought was happening. It did not, but that's okay when you're up by 15. 34-19, just under 8 to go here in the first half. Pat Coleman along with Dave McHugh here at the D3Hoops.com Classic, and that ball left a little short, but
Raritan left it short and right, but it goes.
Blyden was standing on the end line when he caught it, so
unfortunate for him.
It is not how that's supposed to go. Here we go, D3Hoops.com Classic record book. Goodness knows I spent most of an afternoon on this just about a week ago.
108 of you following along. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast.
Yeah, actually, threes made in a game. I forgot about this again. Tanner Zeski of Carroll out of the CCIW with 8 against PLU last year.
Yes.
Now, there's 2 Ohio Wesleyan guys in the top
that
6
game
or 7 here.
Ramapo was just a clinic.
They shot fairly well, but actually
And then
one of
coughed up
those,
the game against Whitman.
yeah, Clark was 7 against Ramapo, but Nick Heidel with 6 against Whitman.
Cappelletti just buried another one.
Yeah, you know, it's
only 37 points with 7.5 minutes left to go in the half.
It's a 3 fest. That's okay. We like this. The tournament record for threes made in a game is 25. Now, Ohio Wesleyan kind of put that a little bit out of reach last year. It had been 13 before OWU showed up in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And they're saying, 13.
You know, talk about a craziness. They were so good here.
I know. What happened to them last year?
And nearly beat number 1 Whitman.
Yeah.
And then spent 6 weeks, to quote someone close to the program off the record, spent 6 weeks living in their glory.
Yeah. But you understand that.
I know.
That's not off the record when you say that.
So after the fact, I was saying it tongue-in-cheek.
I understand that. Keith McMillan is going to be Keith McMillan on line 1. Rattling at home is Cole Thomas with the bucket.
I was saying it tongue-in-cheek.
I know. It was fun.
It was just, they thought, okay, we're all that, and then got a wake-up call when they got back into conference play.
It's like, hey, these teams know you. And they don't put up with your stuff.
And then nearly made a run back into the tournament to close things off.
It's true. A little too late, though.
Yeah, they needed to win the conference. But that's the thing is what I always find fascinating about this weekend is who comes in and surprises us and then kind of keeps on our radars the rest of the way, or who doesn't have a good weekend. Ohio Wesleyan had that first time where they had an awesome weekend and did nothing with it.
Yeah, exactly. 37-21, North Central with the lead in the leather here. 6:23 to go, and there's a turnover.
Oh, he didn't take advantage of it soon enough. Yeah,
that's rejected a little bit.
Nice job recovering, though, on defense.
Meredith looked like that ball was going to be rejected all the way back into my laptop.
Yes.
From like 48 feet away.
He was gentle.
It was the appropriate amount of harsh. I don't know.
It's too bad for Kaiser there because Kaiser had a chance. You heard North Central going, hey, pick up ball. No one went, and Kaiser didn't hit the accelerator.
Right, I did think he was going to take it to the hole. He gets the rebound there.
Finally missed.
It's going to happen eventually. They're only 9 of 18 from beyond the arc now.
Wow. It actually feels
They've
low.
cooled off.
Jeez,
Bussy's shot no good.
He gets his own rebound against Raritan and was it Colossal?
I don't know, but Bussy listed at 6'1". Yeah, and those guys are 6'4" and 6'6".
With Meredith was the other one, 6'4". Yeah, still. Yeah.
Kaiser, shot clock at 15. Won't have to say that very much tonight, I'm guessing.
I do need to figure out how Husson got here. I'm always interested. Oh, great job staying with it by Cappelletti.
Flight from Boston, I'm guessing?
You can get out of Bangor, just how? Is the question, yeah. Or did you bust to Portland or did you bust to Bangor? Jeez. Another 3 from Cappelletti.
That guy's doing all right today.
He's having a good game. Comes into this contest averaging 15 points a game to lead, not to lead the team.
He's got 20 now.
7.7 rebounds, 2.2 assists, and he shoots 37% from beyond the arc. As that shot will not count.
He's added to that here so far in the early going. 6 of 8 from downtown.
Jeez.
Cappelletti 6 of 8, Jones 3 of 4. And everybody else is a combined 1 for 7. But, once you start with those two numbers.
4:44 left, 40-21. They're going to call the offensive charge. Getting a little too aggressive that time on the take by Thompson. The East Millinocket, Maine native, the gateway to the northern side of the Appalachian Trail.
I was going to say, man, you better be finishing that sentence.
Oh, yeah, Baxter State Park, Mount Katahdin. You got to go through East Millinocket and Millinocket, Maine to get there.
Boy, if I had a dime for every time I heard that. The road to the, what'd you say, the northern gate of the Appalachian Trail goes through East Millinocket?
Yeah.
I'm just like repeating syllables. I don't understand any of those words.
Appalachian Trail ends at Mount Katahdin.
No, I mean, I
get there.
That much I understand. That far.
I know.
got
I'm having fun with you too.
I've been hiking the Appalachian Trail. Appalachian, sorry.
No, I'm with you. In New England and where I've lived, it's Appalachian, not Appalachian. That's Southern. It's a weird, no one wins argument. Cappelletti with a steal.
Oh, I thought he was going to take it also.
I thought he was going to take the shot too. Why not? Well, he's calling for it now.
Yeah, they were gonna run it a little bit. Jones with the basketball.
Well, they're running it because Husson's defense,
Well, they're playing it. That's
well, they're extended. I mean, it's just that North Central's shooting the lights out.
Pollock, outside Jones. That's Reardon with it.
Oh, what a feed! Come
Oh,
on.
it's a really nice backdoor cut, and Cappelletti just couldn't quite finish it.
Yeah, it was a heck of a backdoor cut. It was a heck of an effort.
We're calling this like a TV game, right? I don't know if you noticed. That's kind of how this one is going. For those of you who don't know, right? If it's a radio game, you call every pass, basically. If it's a TV game, you kind of just wait till they shoot and then react. Says the guy who doesn't do TV games. Jones around and off.
That looked good.
I noticed it was the wrong one, but that's okay.
Oh, all right. That's 3 takes in a row now by Thompson, who's looking for fouls from the officials who are not willing to give him that point of view.
Yeah, you're down 19. Warren Caruso's asking some questions too, though.
Yeah, that's true.
He's in a better position to ask.
I don't think Thompson, though, has been earning them down there. I think those are just he's driving and making the contact himself.
5 on the shot clock. 3 ball on the way. Yep, yeah, sure. Let's Mike Pollock from about 25 feet out. That counts.
Pollock shoots 35% from beyond the arc.
More than that today. 2 of 3.
Oh.
He's going to keep adding to it.
And they're not arcing shots. They're almost line drive type shots.
Dave, remember when we used to talk about that being the tough end of the gym to shoot in?
Yep. That's disappeared recently.
Justice Kendall with the basket. 3-pointer himself.
I will say this. No, you know what? I'm going to wait.
You're going to wait to say it?
I am going to wait. I don't want to mess anything up.
All right, off the back iron for Joey Bujemi. Reardon, guarded by Martin. Back outside, 3 ball on the way. Cappelletti, yeah, hits that one too. 7-9, 23 points.
Why not?
Exactly.
Got reservations for 3. If no one understands, I am punchy beyond punchy, and you never know what might come out of there.
I know, this is the best part, is you're punchy in game 3.
I know, usually it's 5.
I am perfectly glad to
travel.
play along. Travel and a turnover. I'm perfectly glad to play along.
94 seconds remaining in the half.
I think Dave did sleep a little bit. I'm not sure
I did.
what time
If
zone.
the wife is listening, I did get some sleep while transcending across, is that the right word? Across the country.
Traversing is a word people use.
Way,
yeah. Justin Thompson. 3 ball on the way from Martin with a man in his face.
Wow.
That did not work out.
Wedged into a seat over the wing.
That sounds lovely.
Delta has not earned any love from me for their seat allocations.
Well, dude, they got you here, man. I mean,
that's where they have earned me some love.
Unlike those guys that you were booked with.
Yeah.
The ones based in Texas.
They did apologize to me on social media.
That's nice.
Yes.
I want the money. No, I'm kidding.
Oh!
Whoa, it's
Yeah, it came down on top of him to Cappelletti. He's not arguing it.
Yeah, Cappelletti.
Yes, I like it. 55.5 seconds left.
Would he look it up to see? It's not. You don't get a replay. It's just the live feed, sir.
I love the new screen here, by the way.
It's nice and bright.
Yeah, nice HD quality.
First shot, around and off. I can call the game just by looking up at the monitor.
Really could. It is a very nice look.
Todd Reardon having a conversation with Joey Bujemi on his way off the floor.
By the way, only at the D3Hoops.com Classic can we have a NAC versus CCIW game.
Yeah, well, that's almost the entire point of this
tournament. That is absolutely. You and I spent a lot of time coming up with some creative schedules that sometimes are just wishes, to be honest.
Right, and sometimes we get vetoed, but we do our best.
For good reason sometimes. I mean,
for
Husson
bad reason.
Linfield would have been fun just for geographic reasons.
Husson Linfield I would have loved. I tried to go to the mat for that one.
That one. I sat there going, oh, that'd be great. Of course, Linfield having a great season.
Pollock rattles out.
Nice staying with
underhand.
it. Oh, foul call.
Yeah, great feed from Meredith. Raritan couldn't quite finish it off, but he's going to get to go to the foul line instead.
Bruce St. Peter came in for the block. Thought he had it clean, but we'll call the foul from the Ellsworth, Maine native, and I can use that one as a gateway to the Arcadia National Park.
Acadia, not Arcadia.
I know, I do that because the darn Arcadia school.
Man, I can't tell you about the Maine stuff, man. That's a problem. First shot good.
My wife gives me a time because I have Arcadia in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Arcadia.
Do they have beavers in Acadia National Park?
Yes, they do. That's going to make it worse.
That's a deep cut right there. But we were doing this website back when that school was called Beaver College.
Wow.
Second shot good. Nobody gets Beaver College references anymore.
Derek DeYoung into the game, the junior guard, who's played in all of 4, now make it 5 games this season. Whoops, I forgot to add a couple points to you North Central fans. Apologize. It's 48-24.
That's Raritan with the 2 free throws.
And he is on the bench telling half his team to move over. There were 5 seats at the end. He didn't want to really sit down there.
You do what you got to do. Here's a pull-up jumper in the lane. It bounces around and in for Justin Thompson.
Thompson finally gets that shot to fall. At the buzzer, Jones. Nope, that's just not too far.
And the first half will end with the ball finding its nearest horse barn. And we go to the break with North Central leading Husson by the score of 48-26.
That was actually a pretty entertaining first half.
It was a great entertaining first half.
That was even though Husson is down by 22, they feel like they're competitive here with North Central.
I was going to say it's going to be less entertaining.
It might be
if you're a Husson fan.
It might be. By the way, the comment I wasn't going to say, that was a quick first half.
Yeah, I see. I appreciate you holding on to that.
Yeah, there you go.
20 minutes in the books. We'll be back in about 11 minutes to tell you about the halftime stats. You can find them on the d3hoops.com website. But again, at the half, it's North Central leading Husson by the score of 48-26 here at the d3hoops.com Classic.
I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of career goals.
You're there to get a full college experience, not only participate in your sport, but participate in things outside of that. And it's all about growing as a person.
My coaches have helped me with figuring out who I really am. Their lives are dedicated for us to succeed.
This is why we love sports. It's in the way they play, free from the pressures and all the money talk. Playing for simply the love of the game, where everyone has a shot at their definition of success on and off the field. This is what we love about sports, and what we can still love about college sports.
My name is Marcus Walker. I was All-State, won a state championship, a high school All-American, and played college and pro ball. I played because I love the game. I grind to be the best. I sweat because I put in work. I'm strong because I believe. When I want to bring it before game time, I come to the house that college basketball built, the CBE. No matter your skill, take it to another level. Elevate your game right here at the College Basketball Experience at Sprint Center.
Big shots. Teamwork. This trophy is not given. It must be earned. The 2019 NCAA Division III Women's Basketball Championship, March 15th and 16th at the Krager Center in Salem.
Bounces right back with a triple. Great job here. And that'll do it!
Visit ncaa.com/tickets and get your tickets today.
It starts right when you hit the court. You imagine your finest moment. The game-winning shot that gets you to the dance, a monster dunk or no-look pass, and cutting down the net. Sports lets us dream of our own success and prepare us for our finest moments on and off the court.
It's on us to stop sexual assault
in any way that we can.
To get a friend home safe.
To never blame the victim.
It's on us.
to stand up.
To make our community safe for all.
It's on us.
It's on us to look out for each other at parties.
It's on us.
To be more than just a bystander.
To step up and say something.
It's on us, all of us.
To stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
I coined my definition of success in 1934. My definition of success is peace of mind attained only through self-satisfaction in knowing you made the effort to do the best of which you're capable. It's like reputation and character. Reputation is what others perceive you to be. Character is what you are.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
My greatest personal discovery has been that I am capable of doing things that I didn't know I was capable of doing.
To be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
I used to never really talk. Ever. I was afraid if I said something wrong, everyone would laugh at me. But then I started to play golf with Special Olympics. It helped me to find my voice. And now everyone else is speechless.
Big shots. Big dunks. This trophy is not given. It must be earned. The 2019 NCAA Division III Men's Basketball Championship, March 15th and 16th at the Allen County War Memorial Coliseum Arena in Fort Wayne.
With his third triple.
Visit ncaa.com/tickets and secure your seats today.
Great moments are born from great opportunity. That's what you have here tonight. That's what you've earned here tonight. This is your time. Now go out there and take it.
Football has taught me a lot throughout my life. It's definitely had a huge imprint on who I am as a person. Competing at a Division III level created that opportunity for me to go to college. Not only was I the first one in my family to graduate college, but I was really the first one to even go. Being the first one, I'm breaking that cycle, and now that I've graduated, I'm not sure what's the next step, but I know I have a lot of doors open. And a lot of those are open because I played football and ran track here at Otterbein.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school, it's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
Back out here courtside at the D3Hoops.com Classic. We're at the half. North Central all over Husson by the score of 48-26. It's a first half that made us break out the record book. to double check, Matt Cappelletti is a 1 3-pointer away from tying the D3Hoops.com Classic record for threes in a game. He's got 20 minutes to play. There's a chance that that's a record that could go down tonight. North Central has 15 assists on their 17 baskets. The most assists in a single game by a team at the Classic is 23. Set by Ohio Wesleyan last year against Ramapo. So that's something to keep an eye on as well. I mean, Husson shooting fairly well from beyond the arc, 6 of 13 themselves, 10 of 19 from the floor. They trail by 22 points because North Central just basically has not been stoppable so far. 17 of 35 from the floor, 12 for 26 from three-point range. On top of that, they're out rebounding Husson 25 to 13. They've turned the ball over just 5 times in the first half compared to 7 for Husson. It's a bit of a domination going on right now for the Cardinals over the Eagles.
Yeah, it's not like Husson's playing badly. Their defense has actually been pretty good. It's just that North Central's hitting over them. They're battling for boards. They're getting opportunities on their side. They're taking it North Central. I think Husson's playing well. Just it isn't working out.
Yeah, Husson, I mean, obviously North Central is doing a good job extending the floor too, right? They're not taking 21-foot, 7-inch jumpers, right? They're hitting from 23, 24, 25 feet. Jones has definitely been capable of extending it. Yes. Frankly, it's just been, it's not even really that everybody's doing well. A lot of players are doing well, but Cappelletti is, almost literally shooting the lights out.
Cappelletti and Jones. Jones started it, Cappelletti took over, and Raritan's had his moments. It hasn't been the whole team.
No. Cappelletti with 23 through the first 20 minutes. Jones with 11. Then it's Pollock with 6, Raritan with 4, Meredith and Clausel with 2 apiece for the total of 48. We mentioned the shooting numbers. On the opposite side for Husson, it's Isaiah Hart leading the way off the bench with 6 on a perfect 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. Brett Cunningham with 5 along with Cole Thomas. Then it's Justice Kendall and Justin Martin with 3 apiece. Trey Siebert and Justin Thompson with a pair for the total of 26. 10 of 29 shooting for Husson is 35%. They mentioned the 6 of 13 from beyond the arc. Not helping themselves, 0 for 3 at the foul line as well. First men's game here of the day, third game of the day, and 5 games today, 13 the next 3 days, which is a little misleading. There's really 6 each of the next 2 days, and then we get to breathe on Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday's going to be weird.
Sunday. It'll be like it's supposed to be. Following this game, UW Platteville will be facing Edgewood. That's at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Linfield against Ohio Northern follows at the nightcap. I'm looking forward to that game. I'll be calling that with my longtime friend Brian Grigorich. He and I used to call games together on WCUA radio in Washington, D.C., and I say radio loosely. Heard by about 6 or 7 people at any given time. And Dave will get to take a nap probably.
I have a feeling I'll still be here.
Yeah, we'll have you conducting interviews of the previous 4 games and simultaneously updating the scoreboard and being our referee liaison and all those other things.
Oh, so you're saying there's a lot to do. Okay, got it. I'll be on my toes.
If that's what's necessary to keep you awake, I am all for that. Earlier today, we had women's basketball action from the South Point Arena. We started with Willamette defeating Stevens Point by the score of 70-26, and then it was Ohio Northern beating Carthage by what I believe is the score of 75-67.
Yep.
Oh, good, because I don't have that box score handy, or possibly at all. 2 pretty competitive games, 2 pretty entertaining games. A lot of fun to watch, and
well, and maybe you could argue surprising results. I don't think people would have said Willamette over Stevens Point. And the way Carthage played, especially for much of the half, there didn't look like there was going to be any chance that they were going to lose that game.
That's true. And you and I talked on that game, we have a few seconds here before the half starts, about the turning point and what Michelle Durand talked about in our post-game interview, which you'll be able to see on the website later tonight or tomorrow, is that it was the switch to the zone defense, which you and I noted at the time, but then kind of forgot that was a big turning point.
Really extended that zone too. I mean, they didn't shy away from that. And North Central, by the way, just barely gets out as we are back underway. They were still in the. By the way, you don't mess with our officials here, folks.
No,
you do
we
not.
We are getting this game moving.
If they are ready to go, they are ready to go. And North Central just was reminded of that fact.
The clock is at 0. The whistle has blown. Please join us.
We have the ball ready to go.
Cappelletti up ahead. Jones.
Yeah, that was after a bad decision from Blyden.
Yeah.
Who started the second half for Husson. Oh, foot on the line for Blyden.
Someone's got a malfunctioning whistle. And it's
that was
really piercing.
That was an interesting whistle, wasn't it?
Yes, and the one previous also.
So Blyden had a rough start, but then his defense there forces the turnover, so you could argue he's made up for it.
Hart getting the call to start the second half here. Pulling it in is Justin Thompson.
Thompson.
Blyden, they basically started the second 5.
Yeah, they did. And Thompson, because Cunningham's out there and St. Peter.
Yeah, how about that as a statement from Warren Caruso?
Yeah, hey, these guys are having more success against a team that should be in the top 25, or arguably.
And probably will be if they continue to play like this. Here's Jones.
Oh, was he inside the circle?
I wasn't, so I don't know.
I thought he was in a good spot, and Warren Caruso is well off his bench. Probably thinking the same thing. He must have had his heels on the line, is my guess.
I'll be able to tell you in 10 seconds.
Hope you're enjoying this, no matter where you're watching it, whether it's on d3hoops.com, maybe you're watching on the YouTube app, or here at South Point.
Yeah.
Hope you're enjoying it.
He was not in the circle.
Yeah, interesting.
Second shot for Jones is good, 50-26. It's great having replay, 45-second delay.
Yeah, it's helpful.
I did notice that streaming through the phone and the YouTube app, the delay is much shorter.
Interesting.
It got there about 15 to 20 seconds. Yeah. Because people had to put up with me moving the camera manually.
Maybe they wanted that 45-second delay. No, you did a great job in that first game, and I appreciate you willing to do that.
Hey, you know what?
Took some pressure off.
You know what? We get stuff on the air, whatever it takes, right?
Oh, yeah.
We did not miss a single play of that game.
No. Cunningham forgot the ball, literally.
And then he threw it in a bad spot.
Oh, how about not hitting the line there?
Blyden did a lot of things right there, that's for sure. And then Cunningham rattles it home.
So do I.
Cunningham leading Husson with 8. And they show some pressure in the backcourt.
A little 1-3-1 was that? A little zone, their old 3-quarter.
It happened so fast I did not process it. Other than to say, hey, that's the first backcourt pressure we've seen today in any game. Meredith picks up his dribble, a little underneath.
His left foot slid, his right foot did not. That is, talk about different parts of the floor.
Right, exactly. In the paint versus out of the paint, maybe?
I don't know, but
3 ball, no good,
that
but
looked
foul.
awkward. Yeah. But, when you see a left foot slide like that, you just expect the right foot's doing the same because you're trying to keep balance, but his right foot was locked on the floor.
When you say that, that's a way you can get hurt.
That too, yeah. Pull a groin muscle or do something in your knee. As the Eagles of Edgewood have shown up.
In the house, UW Platteville has been here for a few minutes as well. They're our next game. And 2 shots upcoming here for Husson. Husson in the green with the white numerals and the gold trim, the gold letters. They're the ones working on the basket to our right. North Central is in the white with the scarlet numerals and the black trim.
With the cursive name, that is so old school.
It is. The color combination is pretty old school too, actually.
True, yeah. I'd make reference to whether they wear the Indiana warm-up pants, but there's only one team I know outside of Indiana that does that still to this day.
Oh, outside of Indiana, the state, or outside
of Indiana, the university?
Wabash?
No, sir. I'm looking at you for a reason.
Does my alma mater still do that?
Still.
Awesome.
No.
Hey, I'm glad it bothers you.
It doesn't bother me. I just sit there going, guys, this is kind of old.
You sure it doesn't bother you? It sounds like it bothers you.
Jones way too open.
Yep. Nice entry pass.
I just can't believe it's still happening. That's what,
I'm
it
sure
was cool when Lonergan brought it up.
It was great in 1997. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. It's just odd now. Maybe because I do see it quite a bit.
3 ball on the way for Hart and leaves that one a little short.
Doesn't mean it's going to be a good game.
It hasn't been great for your alma mater in that matchup late. Well, I can't say rivalry anymore.
Oh, no. I was going to say it hasn't been great, period.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, fair.
They've got some wins this year. They're showing some spark. We'll see.
Good.
I've been trying to talk that school into coming out here. I think I got one of them on the hook in a couple years.
That'd be great. We'd love to have them.
One of the programs wants to get a little further along and then come out here and challenge themselves.
I was going to say we should have my alma mater out here too, but they host their own tournament at that time of year.
I've actually been called. Oh, Raridan with a great little play there. Got it with his left hand, brought it back to his right, and snuck it in.
Yeah, that's pretty. Good quick ball movement.
I would say half the time I come out here, I've gotten a phone call from somebody. Hey, are you available? Our team is at Catholic.
Yeah, they've had that tournament for forever.
Yeah. How long has it been? I think
Well, we played a D3Hoops.com Classic there in December of 2000.
Wow, that's right.
The only non-Vegas one of those.
Raridan sneaks that one over. I'm just impressed here with Husson. I mean, yes, I know
they're hustling.
They're hustling. They're fighting. They're not giving up against what they know is an overmatched team. And they've got – listen, I was one of these guys, the B squad out there, the scrubs.
Right.
I was one of those guys in soccer. The fact that you got a chance out here and you're being competitive is outstanding, except Jones just made a meal of that play.
The twos are definitely providing spark. They're a little bit more competitive.
Have we seen a starter in this half?
No, I don't think we have. They didn't start, and they did start with the second 5.
Remember how Martin now into the game.
Remember how Bussy started the game, right? He took some pretty ill-advised shots, made some poor decisions, and then Caruso, lock, stock, and barrel, took all 5 of those guys out of the game and replaced them.
Martin is in the game now, leading rebounder, leading block shotter for.
Shot blocker.
Thank you for the Eagles. Folks, you're going to have to forgive me. My
60-33.
Shut off. Oh.
It's good. Blyden with the basketball.
Oh, that was a good idea.
No, Hart was looking at it, but he doesn't have to take every one, right?
Blyden you're right.
Misses. Hart in the paint. Fresh 30.
Forgive the pun, but he's showing a lot of heart out there.
Oh, there you go. 3 ball on the way is no good for Cunningham.
Of course, Husson has. Who do they have tomorrow? Oh no, they
have.
Oh, Ramapo.
Yeah,
that'll be an interesting matchup. I don't know what to make of Ramapo this season.
No, I was just laughing at the way.
Yeah, the ball just bounced
around. Well,
Clausel
tried not to get in the way of the pass, which very well could have been intended for him.
Charge. Hart camped out in the post and draws the charge. Raridan jumps up and has a word with his young man.
Broken collarbone a couple years ago, right? I'm making that up?
Remind me.
Oh, for Raridan, that's the injury that he missed the rest of the year.
Was it the collarbone? I thought it was knee. No, you might be right.
Cunningham.
Man, it's a very interesting style. Of course, we should point out now.
Cunningham's shot no good.
Kendall's back out on the floor, so we're starting to see the starters return here for the Eagles. 2 of their starters are on the floor now.
Yep.
Corey Kaiser, the Orlando native, who, by the way, hadn't played a game until today, is out on the floor.
All right.
That's what all those dash marks mean.
Thanks.
I looked down and went, oh, Kaiser played, and he hadn't played. There's a lot of reasons behind that. I have a feeling that may have been.
Is it a new semester thing?
Yep.
Okay.
That's my gut. Whoa.
I was a little hesitant.
That's going to be a violation already. Arms up and ready. They'll let the shot count, though.
Yep.
Jones
That's
literally
an unusual lane violation right there.
I don't think I've actually seen that one.
Me either.
If it had whistled, it would have been more impressive.
Second shot, no good. And Jones, sorry, not Jones. That's Meredith there with the rebound.
Meredith's style is different than what I think most North Central guys, but he fits in nicely.
Yeah, in terms of like a complimentary piece, right?
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
Oh, his foot's on the line. Oh, Cappelletti, your foot's on the line, young son.
Yeah, but that's a good 21-foot, 5-inch shot.
I know coaches who would call that a wasted shot.
I mean, you got 2 points. He did not intend.
Well, only because, if you just step back a half step,
right,
you would have given us 3. But no, I agree. I don't know where I fit on that. I used to agree. Martin, who has not had a great game.
Yeah, a little bit of a struggle from out there. 1 of 4 from beyond the arc. Oh,
whoa!
Behind the back pass.
Even Reardon's like, what was that?
And Reardon is like, that's going to hit me in the face. And I think Todd Reardon is going, catch that.
Well, no, he's all over Cappelletti.
Why did I thought I was, as they were walking back, I thought he was looking more at Reardon.
I heard him say,
okay.
What kind of pass, basically. Like,
Are we not? We're not going to
on.
showboat this.
Well, and you can't
turn it over.
Right, you turn it over. You can't expect a teammate to know you're going to go behind the back from 3 feet.
Right.
Even if it is in your face.
And then throw it at his face. Yeah, literally at his face.
Which is but it's also a sign, I think if you're Todd Reardon, you got to be careful. Hey, you start showboating, this game's going to disappear because he knows Husson can get a couple shots together. I know it's 28, but Husson's not going away. Oh, and Caruso's decided he's had enough of civil conversations. He may earn 2, but he's already earned 1 tech. I got him a conversation about it apparently first. So a technical foul on Warren Caruso. We had enough of the lack of decision making apparently by the officials in his favor.
I see what you're saying.
So Reardon will shoot the extra shots.
Misses the first. Was 3 for 3 on the day going into that.
I always consider the technical free throws like penalty shots in soccer. Everyone's watching you with nobody on the line. That's got to be more pressure than a regular free throw.
Yeah, no doubt. Makes the second.
Caruso's going to have a timeout to
Warren
discuss
Caruso
things.
gets his point across and only costs him 1 point.
By the way, North Central does have 6 timeouts. You see on that screen, our other screen had it at 5. Trust us. It is 6-4 on the timeouts because it is men's basketball.
Well, the scoreboard says a thing, yeah.
Well, the scorebook just said.
But was one called?
No, they just told him 5-3.
Dave's going to go do some investigative reporting about the number of timeouts. I can probably handle the scoreboard, maybe. So North Central will have the basketball here coming out of the timeout. Leading by 29, 63-34. Cappelletti gets the basketball out there on the perimeter. Up top for Koth. Near wing with it is Pollock. Cappelletti back outside. Meredith launches a 3. Off the front iron, no good. Reardon with the rebound and a fresh 30. Swinging it left. Pollock's shot, no good. And Kaiser comes up with the board for Husson. Eagles pushing the ball up the floor here. And going to called for the carry. I had to kind of search my brain for the term. It's been so long since I've seen a carrying violation. Meredith has North Central working on the basket to our left here in this half. Cappelletti from 18, no good. Rebound fought for, not quite safe from going out of bounds, and the ball will go all the way down to the other end. Reardon goes to the bench. Joey Bujemi comes back into the game. And Kendall brings it across the timeline. for the Eagles. Looking inside, and then ball is going to get deflected out of bounds. And there will be a foul called against Tommy Koth. He picks up his third. 5 team fouls for North Central here in the second half, 4 of them for Husson. Long inbounds pass goes into the backcourt where Cole Thomas will corral it. 17 on the shot clock, 12-17 to go here in the game. 63-34 still the score. Shot no good, a little shake and bake by Kaiser, and the second one doesn't fall either, but there will be a foul. As we welcome back in Dave McHugh.
Thank you.
What did you find out, sir? I feel like
I know it's right because there's also the head of D3 officiating 20 feet down to your left.
All right. That's right. You said he was going to be here.
And there he is.
Corey Kaiser makes the first. We managed to not even have to update the scoreboard while you were gone.
I should walk away more often.
No, you
shouldn't. Please don't.
No, because then there's no scoring happening and there's no color commentator. That's a bad idea.
That's a fair point.
No, it's the South Point.
Ooh.
No, Meredith. And then the finish.
Oh, and only knocked out.
Woo.
That's just a great play altogether.
That's a nice fast break there, yeah.
And defensively, too. I love plays like that where both teams show high execution across the board. That's just fun. Conversation.
Question about the scorebook?
Not sure. Right. Some conversation about something.
Thanks.
That's where we need better mics. Husson in a 2-3 here.
Bujemi with the basketball.
A little bit
10 on the shot clock.
A little bit of a wrinkle.
There's Meredith in the corner with it. Pollock. Shot clock at 4. Shot on the way by Koth and buries it.
I was just about to ask, do you really want to switch to a 2-3 and force North Central to shoot threes?
I mean, they hadn't shot a ton of threes or nearly as well here in the second half, but that could change very quickly. They'd only actually taken 2 3-pointers at all here in the second half.
Well,
shot no good
Husson's
by
cooling off here.
Justin Kendall. Yeah, everybody's cooling off a little bit. It's hard to maintain that.
Yeah.
Meredith from 25.
Jeez.
He's not cooling off. Blaze Meredith on fire here in the second half.
Purposely
7
or
points.
not, but that worked well.
What, the pun? That was intentional.
Good, nice.
But subtle. I try not to.
No,
I don't have to make.
Just thought that was good.
It was good the moment it left his hands, Dave.
Oh, a little too far.
I just had
that one was not.
That was a ball turned over by Trey Siebert. Siebert got the start this evening for just the second time on the season.
Bussy into the game. Has he played this half?
No, I don't believe so.
Oh, welcome to the second half. This is the guy who leads the team in scoring, and he has been parked for 9.5 minutes of the second half and much of the first half. That tells you a lot. I wonder, well.
Off a screen, shot no good by Pollock. Koth, nice job.
Oh, he put back anyway.
I was just impressed by how he held on to the ball for an extra split second just to let his defender fly by him. And then he finishes. Bussy, takes a wide open 3.
Warren Crusoe's hands are in his pocket for a lot of reasons. He's listen.
That's exactly the same sort of stuff that Bussy was doing in the first half.
Yeah, I was going to say, as well as Husson's been playing, it's not everybody. And unfortunately, they're still now getting kind of smoked in this game. And
shot clock at 9.
I know when we put this together, I think we thought, I don't think we knew what we'd get out of North Central. And North Central, I think, is better than people anticipated them being. Listen, they weren't going to be bad.
Right.
They're going to be competitive.
Right.
But I don't think they were going to be 10-1.
Right. They lost some guys, and they were bounced in the first round of the playoffs last year.
And injuries, you just don't know. And Chang, who's, by the way, being a hell of a team player.
True. He's here. Jack Bronick is here. Those guys are both able to make the trip. You're right. I mean, this is a team that is going to go back into CCIW play here after the break. Without Bronick, who started all 11 games, and already having lost Chang for the season after a couple of games. This is they're going to have to make some changes to the lineup. But obviously, they're making them here, and Jones has looked good, and Blaze Meredith is looking good. He's not a change to the lineup, obviously. Will Clausel's done all right.
Yep. Cappelletti, by the way, hit the free throw. Has one more coming. By the way, I don't know if Todd Reardon thought this through, but Chang has one of those wheel crutches devices where you can put his leg on a wheel system that will allow him to move around with ease.
Yeah, like a scooter kind of thing.
Yeah, versus crutches, which are just horrible. Well, he's now literally just
scootering up and down.
He's just going up and down the bench, talking with guys, making that might backfire.
Well, it's a positive, right, to have him talk to guys like that?
Oh, absolutely, but
you can see him as you're watching on your screen there.
You could just see him going
well,
a little
I mean, not at the moment. We're on the wrong half of the floor.
Right.
But yeah.
You could just see him encroaching a little too close to the coaching area.
Well, the coaching area encroaches on everything else these days. So
it's true.
Cunningham misses the second
That new
shot.
box is not a fun thing.
Box. That's him standing in the maroon or scarlet or whatever you want to call it.
Oh, he's wheeling. He's already moving.
Yeah, you can see it.
Down to the coach's box.
And there's
big
Cappelletti
dunk.
throwing it down.
Well, if you can't hit from outside, I might as well make. He's been working on that dunk for 3 or 4 shots so far this game. Remember the breakaway he ended up changing his mind on?
Yeah.
Oh, what a pass from Cunningham, but a block! Come on.
Blaze Meredith, what a block right there.
Blaze Meredith is just everywhere.
I like him.
I do.
He's doing a lot of different things.
He's on the verge of being on the all-name team.
And for a guy with two relatively standard names.
One of my favorites is here as an assistant coach this time around.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's not enough information.
Kenny Love.
Oh, that's God. I did see that as I was putting the program together. I was like, oh, Dave's going to say Kenny Love's name far more than any other assistant coach here all week.
No, I promise I won't.
I mean, again, Kenny Love 1, every other assistant coach 0. So
it's true. So they're listed on my game sheet as we have a long conversation with the table here. I'm not sure what it's about. Todd Reardon has come to his feet.
He's calling 12.
Yeah, is this a determination of who the foul was on? Well, there was already a conversation with the official, one of the officials before that last play, so something else was being discussed. It might have to do with foul counts. It does. They made a change on the scoreboard. You could technically put bonus up for both, like we have, because the next foul for Husson is going to put North Central in the bonus.
That's okay. Nobody here, nobody watching knows what the scoreboard says.
That's true. I keep forgetting that little detail. We're only shooting
except for the clock, yeah.
2 shots here coming for Mr. Trey Siebert. 55% shooter from the field.
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy who's going to have a lot of success in conference play, too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Or I should say, as conference play continues.
6'6", and he's a freshman, by the way. Warning to the rest of the NAC. He's going to be around a while. Hopefully. As he misses one.
Cappelletti with the rebound. Cappelletti, by the way, 13 rebounds to go with those 29 points. Reardon with the basketball. Underneath.
Wow.
Easy finish for Clausel off the feed from Reardon.
This time, at this point, it's just about execution. Make sure you're still executing what you're doing right. I'm a little surprised. Maybe it's because there's 8:25 on the clock that we're still seeing some of the main guard for North Central, but it's probably because there's still too much time on the clock for
and they've
Coach
lost.
Reardon.
They're playing 2 guys who were on their bench, just a couple weeks ago too.
Fair.
So here's a long 3 on the way. Bussey is not able to hit that one either. Cappelletti looking back, he says, "I'm not going to do the 2-on-3 fast break." Oh, now second chance. Pollock out in the corner. Under 8 to go.
A little slower second half than first.
It's all right.
No, I'm just saying it just has a different feel to it, and it's because Husson, I think, is starting to get a little desperate. Tries no call there.
Nice putback, though, by Connor Reardon.
No, very good job of staying with it by Mr. Reardon.
Mr. Reardon is my father.
Yeah, the second it came out of my mouth, I was like, I walked right into that. This North Central team's definitely fascinating me. I didn't vote for him. I want to see one more game. Obviously, that next game is going to be a good one when they take on.
He says not knowing.
No, I
who
had
the
it, and
other
then
game
I
is.
drew a blank. A nice little
finish by Clausel there. The other game is against Ohio Northern, by the way.
Thank you. I had it in front of me, and then I couldn't find it when I went to check it.
It is a little hard to find the schedule in this year's program.
Ohio Northern is a team that is also perplexing me. I know they've had some true D3 moments that have affected them. This is a team that got into the top 25 with a big early season win and then have lost like 3 or 4 straight.
Shot good for Hart.
Entering the game, Dylan Angel, a 6'4" freshman guard out of Tampa, Florida. For the Eagles of Husson as we get another whistle. And another sub for now North Central's going to the bench.
Yep, and Matt Spatansky will come into the game for the first time.
Thank you.
It's all right. I saw the name and I thought, I'm just going to say that for Dave.
I appreciate it. 5th game he's gotten into this season.
Hart's second shot good. 81-39, by the way, 7:09 remaining in the ball game.
Mario Neary entering the game, 5'9" junior guard out of Bronx, New York for the Eagles. He replaces Hart, who I'm very impressed with Hart's play today.
Yeah, Hart's looked really good off the bench. He had a couple of really key threes early.
Yep.
And then, did not kind of let that go to his head, right? He missed a couple and then didn't keep chucking them up there. Hit those 2 free throws.
And hustled nonstop defensively and offensively.
Right, yeah. And was I think kind of basically him and Cunningham are the key guys on that second line that Caruso really went to here in this second half and started the second half with his bench guys. 3 on the shot clock. Pollock has his shot blocked and is taken away by Hussey. Blocked by Siebert, I should say. And here's Hussey with the fall away, and that one goes from the elbow.
It fell, but
right, it's a kind of a.
He had teammates.
Yeah. Everybody does.
Oh, Raridan with an interesting pick.
There's Raridan for 3, no good. Neary with the basketball.
Raridan with that mouth guard. So many guys I know with the mouth guards play with them as they're running up and down. I can't grasp how you can do that, but I know it's a subconscious thing.
Right.
They're not really thinking about it.
I think you're kind of defeating the purpose of the mouth guard if you're taking it out of the teeth, as it were, and playing with them. Neary's going to go to the line. He's 3 of 5 from the charity stripe on the season.
Stephen Curry, is that the other one who does that?
I've heard of that guy. He's the guy who plays basketball at a high level.
Into the game comes Joey Hugemi.
Yeah, not sure if Cappelletti is going to get that record-tying three-pointer.
I don't think he is, unless he does it right now, because I have a feeling there's a sub coming.
Well, I mean, there's a limited number of guys. Obviously, there's 4 guys on the bench who haven't taken their warm-ups off, so there are some guys there, but these are guys who haven't played nearly as much.
A little side note, Kaiser's right on that bubble, or on that line. Nice feed from Raridan. Man, he sees the floor well.
Hujemi with a nice finish. Kaiser.
He's going to get fouled behind by Cappelletti. But what was that point I was trying to
He's right on the line of something. I don't know what.
So he's at 9 games.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Is that, how far does it go to? Like, he almost needs North Central to get into the NCAA tournament.
Well, you're talking about Chang.
I'm sorry, Chang, right. Who did I mention? I mentioned somebody else.
Kaiser, who's
Kaiser. Chang. He's got to get them into the NCAA tournament, or at least do well in the CCIW tournament, to get him more games so that he goes below that 1/3 line.
I don't think it works that way. I think it's just the 25 scheduled regular season games.
I'll take your word for it, because I'm not positive on that.
But I think it rounds up, though. It's 9 and 25, I think, is a third, and there is your tying three-pointer from Matt Cappelletti.
He doesn't know it, by the way. He doesn't know there's a record, I don't think.
No, I'm sure, because you'd have to really read that's not even in the program. You have to use the link that's in the program to go find it on your mobile device.
That's an insane shot, too. That thing was from NBA range, from atop the key, and cut nothing but net.
32 points, 15 rebounds.
Oh, he went behind the back again. That might get him out of the game.
8 of 10 from downtown for Matt Cappelletti. Yeah, he's like, you know what?
I got my points.
I have accomplished what I need to accomplish. Here's another one for the record. Bang!
Jeez.
9 of 11 from downtown.
And Raritan just went to the bench and waved 3 guys to show up. And a timeout called, I believe, yes, it is called by Husson.
Full timeout. We'll take a break. 4:46 to go. North Central in command here at the D3Hoops.com Classic.
It starts right when you hit the court. You imagine your finest moment. The game-winning shot that gets you to the dance. A monster dunk or no-look pass. And cutting down the net. Sports lets us dream of our own success. And prepare us for our finest moments on and off the court.
I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of career goals.
You're there to get a full college experience, not only participate in your sport, but participate in things outside of that. And it's all about growing as a person.
My coaches have helped me with figuring out who I really am. Their lives are dedicated for us to succeed.
Back out here at the D3Hoops.com Classic where Matt Cappelletti hit back-to-back threes to give him 9 for the game and put him atop the record book here at the D3Hoops.com Classic, promptly taken out of the game. So I'm just going to go update that record book right now.
Raritan was walking after his last, the one that tied it. Not again, they don't know that record, but after he tied it, Coach Raritan was walking down the bench and he was deep, looking at guys, looking at the play, looking at guys, looking at the play. As Cunningham buries a 3, he's got a nice shot from deep. He just hasn't hit many tonight. Second, Cappelletti hit that next 3. Literally, Raritan just grabbed guys and started throwing them towards a timeout.
You in the game.
You're
in the game.
Go.
You get to play.
I don't care who you are. You're in.
Everybody gets to play. And
Chang, I didn't mean you.
And we'll get you those names. Derek DeYoung with the basket.
Yeah, Chang's trying to go. Can I go in? No.
I don't think that's, I believe not. He's not in the book, by the way.
But I'm wearing my uniform.
He's not in the book. Ryan Hodge into the game here for the Cardinals. Nick Kramer into the basketball game, along with Matt Smetansky, already mentioned. Derek DeYoung on the floor, and Max Farson is playing in his 5th game, and those are your Cardinals on the floor right now.
He's being in the line for the double bonus. He's 6 for 6 on the season. No pressure.
you don't get to, only the play-by-play guy gets to jinx, I think.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure that there's even a thing.
I'll take that.
Bruce St. Peter makes the first, and he misses the second. Farson with the rebound. Farson with his first rebound of the season.
I just got a great note. We talked about the script for the North Central on the uniforms.
Yeah.
That is out of bounds. I just got this little.
That script isn't out of bounds. I think it's fair.
I just got this little note from a North Central CCIW aficionado, let's say. Okay. You mentioned North Central in the script of the NCC unis. They got new uniforms this year, and the players were given a choice of what type of lettering they wanted and voted for the script.
Huh.
How
All right.
That
is interesting. I find the script a little hard to read.
I find it very hard to read.
It's red outlined by black, I believe. Is that?
But that's neat that they chose kind of an old school look to it.
It's super old school. Smetansky with the basketball. Playing in just his 5th game as well in the low post. Kramer off the side of the backboard. Rebounded by Neary. Coming up on 3 minutes to go. Coming up next, of course, waiting in the wings. Literally.
There's a shooting.
UW Platteville and Edgewood. And a 3-ball is good for Husson.
Oh, and Cunningham rolled his ankle. He's already talking to Caruso about getting a sub. He did something to his ankle or his calf. Maybe he didn't roll it. Maybe he just tweaked his calf. But he waved to the bench, and he's not 100% right now. I like his style of play.
DeYoung, and DeYoung is going to draw the foul.
Victor Wilson was doing everything he could to draw that foul, it seems. The Alabama native out of Birmingham. As Cunningham will check out, we got another tall guy up. As Caruso continues to work the officials or discuss things.
Florida, Maine, New York, Arizona, Maryland, Washington, Alabama, Oklahoma.
I want to know how he's going to serve on the Bangor school board when he's traveling
He's flying
as much
everywhere.
as he is. Cole Thomas, the starter, into the game.
Starters become bench players for Warren Caruso's team right now.
Hasn't been out there for 17 minutes and 24 seconds this half. He's out there because Cunningham tweaked his calf.
Yeah,
nice little shot.
Thomas had 5 points before coming back in.
Yep. Yeah, I've been meaning to ask Caruso how many frequent flyer miles he's racked up out of Bangor International Airport. It's actually a heavily used airport.
3 ball, no good. Bruce St. Peter tracks down the rebound. There's a 3-pointer on the way, and that's no good by Thompson.
If Thompson's shots would fall, he'd be extremely dangerous because he actually takes nice shots. They just aren't falling for him.
Yeah, he's 1 of 6 on the day. Kendall's 1 of 6. Martin 1 of 5. Blyden off the bench 1 of 3. There's a lot of 1-fers.
And a whistle. Something over at the sideline.
Oh, there's a carry, I think.
Oh, okay. I just missed the call.
There was a carry earlier, too. It was like the first 2 carries I've seen.
And Thomas is already out of the game. A little minute here in the second half and takes a seat. 40-point game here for North Central.
Warren Caruso definitely taking this opportunity to make a statement, right? The game.
I would agree.
The game is lost. It's not competitive.
But he made that statement 3 minutes into the game.
Right. Well, I know that he may do that normally, but he really made the statement at the halftime.
Agreed, at halftime, when it was still somewhat competitive.
Putback is there for Derek DeYoung.
You're right. He made that statement when it was still competitive, to some degree. You're right.
Thompson launches, does not hit. It's the Husson 2s against the North Central 3s, as many of them as there are. 3s, some of whom have been promoted to 3 just in the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, true. North Central again against Platteville. That one's going to be our true barometer. And
we're going to enjoy that. Outside 3 for Hodge, no good. Looking like North Central is going to fall short of getting into the record book for most points in a game.
No free tacos?
Oh, free tacos sounds really good.
Anything
Taco Libre.
Taco Libre, wow. Went to the well. And North Central calls off the Dogs, rightly so.
Yeah, they're just going to let the shot clock run down. It'll expire and they'll turn it over, but
they have done that before.
Sure.
He's just going to get a travel instead.
We're going to turn it over.
You know that goes in the book as a turnover, right?
Yeah. Well, so does the shot clock violation.
Todd Raridan can't believe it, but he made a comment to the official with a big smile on his face. That's the more unique turnover I've seen. Yeah, you know what? I don't really want the ball.
He's going to put it up there, but it is a foregone conclusion. Final score: North Central defeating Husson by the score of 93-51. North Central, the Cardinals, they improved to 11-1. Husson falls to 6-4. We'll take a very short break and then we'll come back with final stats.
You can do that.
All right, appreciate that. Just give the box score, the live stats a chance to finalize. We'll be back in just a moment.
The love of the game. But for those of us who are Division III student athletes, it's more than that. A lot more.
Sure. The game is important, but as we work so hard to build both mind and body, it's more about team.
That is why NCAA Division III teamed up with Special Olympics, and in giving the gift of sport to those for whom it seemed an impossible dream, we are working to make this a better world.
Help us keep that dream alive.
You can make a difference.
Division III allows you to give yourself to other things.
Having that free time allows me to pursue the things that I want to pursue.
Division III athletics affords students the opportunity to, engage in the other interests in their campus and in their lives outside of that sport.
It allows you to just be able to do everything you want to do. I wouldn't change it for the world.
Back out here at South Point Arena to wrap it up for Game 3 of 5, Game 3 of 18, and it was won by North Central by the score of 93-51. Final stats, we'll run them down first for Husson. Husson was led by Brett Cunningham off the bench, 16 points, 5 for 8 shooting, 4 for 7 from beyond the arc, and 2 for 3 from the line. It was Isaiah Hart off the bench with 8 on 2 for 4 shooting, both of them from beyond the three-point arc, also 2 for 2 from the foul line. Cole Thomas started, played 19 minutes, scored 5 points, and then you've got Justice Kendall with 3, Trey Siebert with 3, Justin Martin with 3, Justin Thompson with 3. With 2, you've got DJ Bussey on 1 of 10 shooting, Corey Kaiser with a pair, Keontae Blyden with 2, Bruce St. Peter with 2, Mario Neary with 2, for the total of 51. Also, Dylan Angel and Victor Wilson played and did not score. 16 of 53 for 30% from the floor for Husson, 9 of 30 from downtown for 30%, 10 of 20 from the foul line. The starters played 19, 16, 20, 17, and 19 minutes for Husson. Brett Cunningham with 24 minutes off the bench before apparently getting hurt late in the game. Justin Thompson with 21 minutes off the bench as well. Husson was out-rebounded 48-26, and they turned over the ball 15 times compared to 12 for North Central. Now, the North Central numbers, of course, they were amazing at the half. They kind of cooled off a little bit in the second half, at least from beyond the arc, but still some pretty impressive numbers on the afternoon as Matt Cappelletti with the 35 points on 12 of 16 shooting, including a D3Hoops.com classic record 9 three-pointers on 11 attempts from beyond the arc. 16 rebounds for Matt Cappelletti as well. And now you have me going and looking for rebounds. That's the second most rebounds in a game in the D3Hoops.com classic. If he had missed it and then gotten his own rebound and then shot the
see
three.
What you did there. Yeah.
35 points, an amazing night for Matt Cappelletti, including, of course, 23 of those in the first half. He also had 5 steals. Don't get me wrong. He was playing a little bit out there. It was Aaron Jones with 18 points. Of course, Aaron Jones, a guy making just his 3rd start of the season. He had the 18 points on 6 of 11 shooting, 3 for 6 from beyond the arc. Connor Raridan with 10. It was Blaze Meredith with 7. Will Clausel with 6. Mike Pollock with 6. Tommy Koth with 5. Derek DeYoung with 4. Joey Bujemi with a pair. And then Nick Kramer, Ryan Hodge, Matt Smitansky, and Max Farson played but did not score for the total of 93 points. 27 assists. That's a D3Hoops.com classic record as well for the team. They were 34 of 65 shooting from the floor, 52%, 16 for 37 from downtown, 43%, and that's the second most threes made in a game. 9 of 12 from the foul line for 75%. I mentioned the rebounding margin was huge, obviously in their favor, 48-26. Cappelletti with 16 of those. Blaze Meredith with 6. Connor Raridan with 5. Blaze Meredith blocked 3 shots. He had 3 assists. Raridan had just the 10 points, but he had a team-high 11 assists. And I'm just going to go search for Axelrod, yes, to confirm that he ties Axelrod's record for assists in a game. Pretty much
that's saying something.
Dominating all across the board there for North Central here in this game.
Yeah, again, Husson put up a good fight. I got to give him credit, but North Central came out from the opening tip and were on fire. They didn't let up. Played good on defense, played good on offense. Everybody contributed. Yeah, they had some moments that I promise you Todd Raridan's going to be all over their case about. But hats off. That was a pretty darn good game, and now they got this Platteville squad that's coming up next ahead of them tomorrow.
Also the largest scoring margin in a men's basketball game at the D3Hoops.com Classic. We're going to get out of here. I have to go update the record book, and we got another game coming up in just under 25 minutes from now, as it will be UW Platteville and Edgewood traveling 2,000 miles to play here in Las Vegas. The teams from Madison, Wisconsin, and Platteville, Wisconsin. We'll have that game coming up for you in just a few minutes. You can find a link for that and all the rest of the games at the D3Hoops.com Classic by going to www.d3hoops.com. For my broadcast partner and producer, Dave McHugh, I'm Pat Coleman. Again, the final score, North Central defeats Husson by the score of 93-51.